Welcome to this data dive where we explore a data set of Amazon Prime titles. The goal here is to understand the data, clean it up, and get it ready for further analysis. So let's start. First, open Google Colab platform. Then click on New Notebook and you'll have a fresh new notebook for your code to run. Now name the data file as Data Dive Workshop. Create a section and give the first heading as Loading and Inspecting the Dataset. So the first statement is import pandas as PD, which means we'll import pandas library as PD. Then to load the dataset, we'll use read CSV function of pandas to load the dataset in DF. The name of our dataset is Amazon Prime Titles.csv. Now that the data is loaded, we take a quick look at the first 5 rows. This gives us a sense of what kind of information we have and helps us spot any immediate issues like missing data. So to display the first few rows of the dataset, we print df.head, which will print the first 5 rows. Now to display the summary information about the dataset, we have our next statement, which is print df.info. Now before running this block of code, we'll load the dataset in File section. You can upload the dataset from here. I have already shared the dataset with you all. You can load it from there. You'll click OK on the warning. As you can see, the dataset is loaded here. As soon as the dataset is loaded, you can run the code. As you can see the output, we have the dataset shown in front of you. We have now the next section is data cleaning. Cleaning the dataset is an essential step before we can do any meaningful analysis. So to check for missing values in each column, the following statement is written. \n is here used for new line character. The isNull function will find if there are any null values in the column and it will make it sum using .sum function. Now next step is for dropping the duplicates if there are any. Now to fill missing values based on the context. For categorical columns, we can fill missing values with unknown value. As there were many entries missing for the director column, so we are filling the empty values or the missing values with the unknown. We'll set in place equals to true. Then we'll repeat same process for the cast column. We'll also fill empty or missing values with unknown. Same step is repeated for country column. Now last one is the rating column, where we'll fill the missing values with not rated. Now we'll convert the date added column to datetime format. This is a part of our pre-processing. So we'll use two datetime function of pandas to convert the date added column to datetime format. Now we'll check if there are any rows with missing values after conversion. Now next step is to fill missing values in date added with a placeholder date. So the date will be in the format given in the statement like 1970-01-01. Now we'll convert the release year to integer and handle errors by setting invalid passing as NaN. So we have used two numeric function of pandas for this purpose, which will convert the release year to integer format. Now we'll drop all the rows where release year is missing. We'll reset the index after dropping rows, and for this we'll use reset index function. Now at last we'll verify the clean data so that we can check if the data structure and type correctness are confirmed. As you can see, the output of this code is shown in front of you. The next section is data analysis. So first we'll calculate basic statistics for numeric columns, specifically release year. This gives us insights into the range, mean, median, etc. So we'll use .describe function. Now we'll count unique values in categorical columns. This step is to see how many movies and TV shows are in the dataset. Counted unique values in the rating column to understand the distribution of ratings. So the next column for which we'll convert it into categorical column is rating. Now we'll group the data and calculate mean. We'll group the data by type, which means movies and TV shows, and calculate the mean release year to see if there is a significant difference in release year between types. Then we have also grouped the data by rating to see the count of titles per rating category. Additionally, we have also grouped the data by country to determine which countries have the most titles listed on Amazon Prime. This is sorted in ascending order to highlight. This is sorted in descending order to highlight the countries with the most content. Now the next and the last section is the data visualization part. So we visualize the data to identify trends, distributions and patterns from the dataset. So we'll plot various datasets to have deeper insights into the dataset. As you can see, I have commented all the types of plots we have used in this code and for what purpose we are plotting the graph. For this visualization part, we'll import matplotlib.pyplot as PLD. So we'll have various examples showing various illustrations of the various observations we have made throughout the dataset. So first example is histogram for release year. It displays the distribution of the release years of titles. This helps to understand the frequency of titles released over different years. So first we'll set the figure size to 10,6. Then we'll plot a histogram. So we have written plt.hist and the column we have given as release year. Then we have given the title of the graph as distribution of release years. X label is release year, Y label is frequency. To see the graph, we use command plt.show, and then to leave an extra line, we have used print statement. Next example is bar plot for the type column, which will show movies versus TV shows. This plot shows the count of movies versus TV shows. This visualization provides a quick glance at the proportion of different content types available on Amazon Prime. So for this graph as well, we'll set the figure size to 10,6. Then the column selected is type. We'll give the title as count of movies versus TV shows. Then X label is given as type and Y label is given as count. plt.show command to see the graph and print statement to leave extra line. Then the third one is the bar plot for the rating column to see the distribution of ratings. It illustrates the distribution of different ratings, example PG, R, TV14 or many more. This helps to understand the content's age appropriateness distribution. So in this figure as well, we have given the size. The size here is 12,6. We have used the column rating from DF and we have given the title as distribution of ratings. X label is rating, Y label is count and plt.show command to see the graph. In the last example, we have shown a line chart with error bar. So for this, we'll first filter movies with duration in minutes. So we have used the command movies df equals to df. Then we have taken duration command column from the df data set. Then in next command, we convert duration to numeric by removing min value and converting to float. Next, we have calculated the mean and standard deviation of durations for each release year. As you can see, the first command calculates the mean and the second command calculates the standard deviation. For that, we have used the std function. Now to create a line chart with error bars, we are same using PLT. And we have set the figure size as 12,6. The plot we have used here is error bar. So we have written plt.errorbar. We have set the colors. Color is blue and edge color is light grey. Then the title for this plot is average movie duration over time. X label is release year. Y label is average duration. Then we have set PLT x6 and rotation are 90. Then PLT.grid, in that we have written true. PLT.show to see the graph, and print statement in the last. You can run this block of code and see the result. As you can see, these are the graphs. This is distribution of ratings. This graph is average movie duration over time. Our last section is saving the clean file in CSV format. After all the cleaning and exploring, we save the refined dataset to a new CSV file. This clean version can be used for further analysis or shared with others. So we have used two CSV functions to convert the dataset. We have printed the final result. And as you can see, the dataset is downloaded here. From here, you can click on the three dots and download the file. It will be present in your file manager. From here, you can share the dataset with others, as well as you can use the same dataset for further analysis. So that's all for this session of data cleaning and analysis and visualization using Matplotlib.